Before strength comes ruin, before clarity comes fire, before rebirth, there must be death. You cling to who you were, your past, your labels, your patterns. But the truth is, that version of you is already fading. You were not meant to preserve yourself. You were meant to destroy and recreate over and over again. Friedrich Nietzsche did not romanticize survival. He called us to become creators, forged in fire. And today, we explore the terrifying but necessary truth. Your real strength only rises from the ashes of who you used to be. Nietzsche's most mysterious idea was the eternal return. The possibility that you must live this life again and again, endlessly. What does this mean? It means you must live as if every moment matters, as if who you become now will echo forever. Would you choose to be who you are now, for eternity? If not, then burn again. Each season of life demands a new death, a new shedding, a new fire. This is not weakness. This is the highest strength. The willingness to die and be reborn, over and over. Power is not something you gain. It is something you remember in the ashes. Each death reveals more of your truth. And in the end, you become fire itself. You are told to find yourself, to be yourself, as if the self is some fixed destination. But Nietzsche warned, this is an illusion. To cling to identity is to cling to limitation. It is to say, this is who I am, when who you are is exactly the thing holding you back. Your old self makes decisions out of fear, settles for less, avoids risk, chooses comfort over growth, clings to ego, to wounds, to false virtue. And so long as you protect that version of you, you cannot evolve. You cannot rise. Because to rise, you must allow the old you to burn. One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. Nietzsche. Suffering is not misfortune, it is fire. And fire, in Nietzsche's philosophy, is sacred, because it does not just destroy, it purifies. Pain, loss, heartbreak, failure, these are the flames that test your character, that strip you of illusion, that rip away the mask. In the moment of collapse, you see what truly remains, not the stories, not the image, only the raw core. And if you do not run, if you remain in the fire, you rise not as who you were, but as who you must become. Suffering is the invitation, destruction is the gate, power is the reward. Nietzsche taught that the greatest act of strength is to willingly unmake yourself. Not because life broke you, but because you chose to evolve. You decide to abandon the identity you outgrew, to walk away from comfort that poisons you, to stop defending your trauma, to stop playing the role the world gave you. This is death. The death of ego, the death of conformity, the death of everything that once made you feel safe. But here's what they never tell you. Safety is a coffin, and rebirth never happens in comfort. To grow, you must die. Not once, but many times. And each death leaves behind ashes. And from those ashes, something greater is born. After the fire, you stand in ruins. Good. Because now, you build. You don't rebuild the past, you don't go backward, you build something new. And Nietzsche's Übermensch, the higher man, is not found, he is forged. You begin by asking, what do I truly value? What truth would I live for, even if the world mocked me? What code do I live by now that I've buried the one given to me? From the ashes, you write your own scripture. You define your own virtue. You master your body, your mind, your craft. You live not to fit in, but to express your power. You speak less, but every word carries weight. You stop pretending, you start becoming. This is real strength, the kind that doesn't need applause, because it was born in silence, in solitude, in suffering. The world will tell you to find balance, to heal, to be kind. But what you truly need is to burn. to reduce who you were to dust so that strength can rise where ego once stood. The snake that cannot shed its skin must perish. Nietzsche. You were not meant to stay the same. You were meant to transform, to evolve, to leave behind 10 versions of yourself, each one stronger than the last. So let them call you unstable. Let them say you've changed. Let them miss the version of you that you buried, because they don't understand. Strength is not built in the light. It is born from the ashes.